Is BTS's Jungkook secretly working on a new project? Or is there a deeper story behind his unexpected trip to Japan and the mysterious camera bag he carried? On May 24th, 2025, BTS's Jungkook was spotted at Gimpo International Airport, just days before his scheduled military discharge on June 11th. Accompanied by his manager, Jungkook's appearance ignited a flurry of speculation among fans and media alike. Notably, he was seen carrying a professional-grade camera bag, leading many to wonder about the purpose of his sudden trip to Japan. Adding to the intrigue, fellow BTS member Jimin had been seen at the same airport a day earlier, also reportedly heading to Japan. This sequence of events has fueled rumors about a potential collaborative project between the two, possibly linked to their previous travel reality series, Are You Sure?, which aired on Disney Plus in August 2024. The presence of the camera bag has led fans to speculate about various possibilities. Some believe Jungkook might be filming content for an upcoming solo project or a new season of Are You Sure?. Others suggest he could be documenting personal experiences, perhaps for a future documentary or photo book. The lack of official statements from HYBE has only intensified the curiosity surrounding his trip. Given that Jungkook is still officially enlisted, his international travel has raised questions about military regulations. However, it's worth noting that enlisted Korean celebrities can travel abroad under certain conditions, especially if the trip is related to official duties or projects. As the date of BTS's full reunion approaches, with all members expected to complete their military service by June 21st, 2025, fans are eagerly anticipating what's next for the group. The recent sightings of Jungkook and Jimin have only heightened expectations for new music, projects, or appearances. While the contents of Jungkook's camera bag remain a mystery, one thing is clear: his unexpected trip to Japan has reignited excitement and speculation within the ARMY community. Whether it's a new project, a personal endeavor, or something entirely different, fans worldwide are watching closely, eager for any clues about what's to come. What was in Jungkook's bag, and why is no one talking about it? Why would a global superstar in the final stretch of his military service board a plane to Japan with nothing but a camera bag and a single manager at his side? Why now? Why Japan? And why the silence from HYBE? This wasn't just a celebrity sighting. This was an alarm bell, a ripple through the calm before BTS's long-awaited reunion storm. The mystery deepened the moment fans zoomed in on the high-definition airport photos. There, slung casually over Jungkook's shoulder, was a black, rugged MPB camera bag, something often used by professional filmmakers or travel documentarians. Not a common sight for a returning soldier. Not unless this was something more, and so the floodgates opened. Some armies are convinced this ties back to Are You Sure? The Disney Plus travel show starring Jungkook and Jimin that became a sleeper hit in 2024. The emotional tone of that series, with its unfiltered reflections and raw aesthetic, was unlike anything BTS had done before. Could this be Season 2? Others speculate it's a solo documentary, capturing Jungkook's post-military reflections as he transitions back into civilian life and into the most uncertain period of BTS's career yet. After all, isn't this the perfect narrative arc? A global star, finally free, retracing his steps and telling the story he never told, on his own terms, behind his own lens. But not everyone thinks this is a comeback story. Some fear it's a farewell. Jungkook has always communicated best through subtle gestures, songs that seem too specific to be fictional, lyrics that land like confessions, and now, a camera bag that feels like a metaphor. One user on X, formerly Twitter, posted a theory that went viral. What if Jungkook is documenting his final moments with the camera, not for a project but for closure? The idea? That this isn't content for us at all. It's for him, a way of processing, remembering, and maybe even saying goodbye to fame, to performance, to the version of himself we thought we knew, because the Jungkook scene at Gimpo this time wasn't the golden magne. He looked leaner, more grounded, more distant.
No entouraje, no makeup.
Just a quiet man with a lens, walking through the noise as if he didn't hear it anymore. Photos showed that Jimin was spotted a day earlier at the exact same terminal. The two didn't appear together, but eyewitnesses suggest they boarded flights just hours apart to the same destination. So now the question isn't just, what's in the bag? It's what happened in Japan that needed both Jungkook and Jimin there, quietly, without a formal announcement, in the middle of their final military weeks. Insiders close to the entertainment industry believe this may signal the quiet beginning of a BTS subunit launch, with Jimin and Jungkook leading a docu musical experience set to debut later in 2025. Rumors mention a Disney Plus collaboration with international guest stars, including, incredibly, Justin Bieber. Still, none of this explains the timing. Why now, and why so secretly? One of the most sensitive questions circulating online is whether Jungkook's sudden appearance outside Korea was officially sanctioned. As a military serviceman, even in the later stages of enlistment, travel abroad typically requires formal permission. So either HYBE is preparing a massive, confidential release timed with his discharge, or something else is happening behind the scenes. Fans have been dissecting his recent appearances, noting how Jungkook has been more withdrawn than ever. A noticeable lack of selfies.
No li bestreams.
No new covers. Even his birthday message to Suga in March was delayed and unusually short. I asked this about creative burnout? Military fatigue? Agency conflict? Or is Jungkook trying to reclaim control of his narrative, his art, his privacy, his peace? One more layer to this mystery. The now viral post by a female fan who claimed she met Jungkook at the terminal. According to her, he signed her BTS ticket, smiled politely, and was very quiet. But the kicker, she says he was on her exact flight to Tokyo, and Owen has confirmed this independently, but fans noticed her post was deleted within hours, and her account was locked. HYBE, as expected, has said nothing. Now, some speculate she was a planted leak, someone allowed to see just enough to spark a trail of speculation without violating any official embargo. If that's true, what exactly are we supposed to discover? Behind every trending theory, every zoomed-in photo, every hashtag, there's something deeper brewing in the fandom. Fear. Fear that Jungkook may be slipping away from the spotlight for good. That his silence isn't temporary. That the golden era of BTS, at least as we knew it, is closing its final chapter, not with a bang, but with a quietly zipped camera bag and an unsaid goodbye at a busy terminal. Because sometimes the scariest thing isn't a scandal, it's absence. And for many armies, this absence feels permanent. As the countdown to his June 11th discharge continues, all eyes will be on Jungkook. Will he reappear with a new single? Will Disney Plus confirm the rumors? Will he even post a photo? Or will we simply see more shadows, more silence, and a quiet man disappearing behind his lens? Whatever the answer, one thing is certain. The world is watching, the fandom is waiting, and Jungkook is still a mystery to eye in the face of mounting speculation. The one voice that could end all the noise. HYBE remains completely silent. NO statement. NO denial. NO teaser. It's not the first time the label has played coy with fan theories, but this time, the silence feels different. Intentional. Almost ominous. And armies are starting to ask, if everything is normal, why say nothing at all? Some believe HYBE is banking on mystery as a marketing tool. Keep the curiosity burning, let the theories go wild, and then drop a trailer that breaks the internet. But others aren't so convinced. Whispers of creative tension between Jungkook and the agency have circulated quietly for months, especially since his hyper-intimate album Golden became a global success, with minimal traditional promotion. Jungkook proved he didn't need the full HYBE machine to dominate the charts. Could this trip to Japan, this camera bag, be the start of Jungkook taking creative control into his own hands? And if so, is HYBE trying to catch up? What if this isn't about a comeback at all? What if this is about creation? For years, Jungkook has been seen on stage, on camera, in front of the lens. But few have considered what it means when an idol starts carrying the camera himself. Fans noticed his interest in filmmaking as early as 2019, when he uploaded a self-directed video titled GCF, Golden Closet Film, showing dreamy, slow-motion footage from BTS's travels. It wasn't just a vlog, it was cinema. Now, nearly 6 years later, he's back behind the lens. But this time, not as a rookie playing with footage, as a man who's lived fame, loss, silence, brotherhood, and possibly betrayal. What kind of story is he trying to tell now? Is it a travel diary, a personal documentary, a message to ARMY that he couldn't say with words? Or is it something darker? ARMY has always been unmatched when it comes to connecting dots. But what's happening now feels like another level. They're cross-referencing flight logs, studying time-stamped photos from airport terminals, matching camera bag specs to known film gear, even using satellite photos to determine where Jungkook might have stayed in Tokyo. Some are calling it obsessive. Others say it's love in the digital age. But one thing's for sure, this is no longer just about an idol. This is about a story, and Jungkook has left just enough breadcrumbs to make the world chase it.